Fairy Tales from the Fairy Trail, miles 2083.7 to 2193.4. And so there were 4 of us that began the last 100 miles before our goal. The one who walks between the girl of kindness, myself, and our last companion, a man who humorously told me that he saw the trail through the eyes of the trolls. And while I wished that all of my friends and companions could have crossed the finish line with me, it was not to be, for though we all walked the same path together, we were not all the same. We did not see the magic the same way. We did not match every step with each other. We did not have the same journey, and we did not find the same name. And as I walked the last 100 miles of wilderness and magic, I searched for the name of the person I had become. But all I could see was the trail. This last section was the fairy trail in miniature, and it reminded me of all that had come before, the story that was reflected in the Naiad Queen's eyes, the truth of me that this journey had revealed. And though I have not recorded every hardship and joy in these pages, I hope that you can see something of the truth I found out here reflected in its story. And it was with this confidence, this joy, this understanding, that I led my mother and brother up the last peak, which was named for the great golden dragon that lives within its depths, the king of all dragons, Katahdin. We approached his peak in a cloud of mist and wind, and when I approached his throne, I screamed for joy, for it was done. My journey was complete, and my trail was finished. So I looked up and met the eyes of the dragon, and although most of his form was hidden in the mist, the greatness of his majesty could not be concealed. Golden scales that shone in the watery mist with a light of their own, wings the size of airplanes silhouetted gray by the curtain of the clouds, claws the size of small trees that carved the stone under which he sat, eyes of iridescent flame and saw all and from which nothing could be hid. He was beautiful and terrible, wonderful and dangerous, hard and kind. He was like the mountain that he claimed. He was like the trail. For I have never met or seen anything as awesome and wonderful as he. I have never experienced anything as incredibly difficult and wonderful as the trail. And when he looked down at me, I felt as if I was looking upon the entirety of creation. And then he asked me, "Child, what is your name?" Fearful, I thought, knowing that whatever name I found out here could not compare to his. Still, I answered, and when I did, he smiled.